Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. This is episode number 2, and we are still here in Oldale Town. It's been about 2 days since I've last played, and honestly it's probably later than I should be staying up, but I've been looking forward to playing this all day, so I figured I would have time to record just one episode before bed. So let's start by just exploring this town a bit, see if there's anything interesting to find. When a Pokemon battle starts, the one at the top left of the list goes out first. Try switching around the order of your Pokemon according to the situation. It could give you an advantage. Yes, you can see there, this is our Pokemon menu. Takes a second to load, actually. Right now we only have one Pokemon, of course, Ford, our Torchic. But when we have more, we will get to decide which one enters battle first. And what I normally do is I'll rotate which one that is, so we can keep their levels all about the same. Alright, another house. Let's just see what's in here, and then we'll go to the Pokemart. Pokemon grow stronger by battling and leveling up. The stronger your Pokemon become, the farther you'll be able to travel. All very true, and I did actually train Ford up just a little bit to level 7 in between episodes. I've just discovered a set of incredibly rare Pokemon prints. Wait until I finish sketching them, okay? Okay. So this guy's preventing you from moving forward unless you do something in the town first. I could try to step on the prince, and I'm sure he would stop me, but that would be rude of me, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, actually, I guess you can go north for now, but eventually we will have to head west. You can see on the map there on the smaller screen. But as promised, let's see what's going on in the Pokemart. Can we buy Pokeballs yet? We can only buy potions, and I already have some potions, I believe, so not too worried about it. Yep, all sold out of Pokeballs. Very, very sad. Pokemon gets hurt, it will faint, so heal it with a potion. Makes sense. I kind of really like the start of the game, where everybody's like brand new, and like even something as exciting as buying a Pokeball is just a really big deal. Actually, let me take a moment before we get going, just to change some options around. So one thing, let's turn this on to fast and see how that goes. Battle effects I do want on. So battle style, you can choose between switch or set. Switch means whenever you faint an opponent's Pokemon before they send out the next one, you have a choice to either keep out the Pokemon you currently have or switch to somebody else. For example, a Pokemon that has a better type matchup against the enemy. I'm actually going to change this to set because the Pokemon games they're made for all ages, but they are also made for kids, so they are quite easy, and this one I hear is actually very easy. So I'm going to try very hard not to overlevel our Pokemon, and yeah, I want to make the battles interesting. That's something I go for in all my Let's Plays. Because I feel like if you're just watching Let's Play where I just steamroll every single team without losing a single Pokemon in battle, that's just kind of boring to watch. So I like to make them actually a little bit interesting. And to do that, I will set it to the set style so that I can't get free switches when my opponent doesn't get free switches. For example, if they faint one of your Pokemon, they don't get a free switch, so it's only fair that I don't either. It also just saves time. I will also not be using any trainer items in battle, like potions, for example. I will use held items like berries and mystic water and stuff like that. And I will only use like potions and all between battles. And force saved is just when we do like online stuff, so we'll leave that the way it is. But let's confirm the set mode. I did want to mention that this isn't like a Nuzlocke challenge or something like that. But mainly because I really like building a team, the exact team I want to build and play with. But I do want to also make it challenging enough where it's not just super boring to watch. Alright, so let's see what's going on up here, Route 103. I'm sure there's some more wild Pokemon. Let's see if there's anything different than Zigzagoon, Wurmple, and Poochyena. Nope, another Zigzagoon. There might be like one or two more Pokemon in this area, but probably not too different. You know what else I can do if I can figure out how? Well, we'll worry about that later. You can use the select button, I believe, to reorganize the position of your moves in the menu. Although I spent most of my life playing various iterations of Game Boys. Oh, there's a select button on the DS. Okay, just didn't see it. So next time we get into battle, we will try that out. Oh, that's right. I forgot about... No, I'm thinking of Sinnoh, the next region. I was thinking this is one of the lakes you have to go to, but different game. Hey May, what's up? Let's see, on Route 103 I found this Pokemon, and this one too. Oh, hey Owen. What's that? Oh, my dad gave you a Pokemon as a gift, huh? Well then, why don't we go ahead and have a quick battle? I'll give you a taste of what being a trainer is really like. Oh, I didn't realize she would battle me, but it makes sense. She is my rival after all. And interesting, you don't get to name her. I was actually going to name her May anyway, because I figured that makes sense. Ooh, so I hope that she doesn't have a water type attack yet, or this could be really difficult. And I'm concerned because Torchic started out with a fire attack, which means Mudkip probably started out with a water attack. So Mudkip is a water type Pokemon, which means that fire moves are not very effective against it. If I would have known this was going to be coming up, or if I would remember this is coming up, I would have leveled maybe another level or two. Alright, let's see. So we have better special attack by a little bit. Not very good defense, unfortunately, and decent speed. Hopefully we go first. We're 2 levels higher, so that'll help. Check moves. Can I recognize the moves on the screen? No, but I can see their power. So they're the same power, but because I have a higher special attack, Ember would do more damage and same type attack bonus. But it's not very effective, so I think Scratch is probably going to do a little bit more damage. So I'd like to use Growl. But I'm worried Mudkip might have like Bubble or something, so let's just try to do some damage. So if it has Bubble, Bubble is a special attack, and special attacks... No tackle, it does have tackle, okay. Let's use Growl. I'm not sure it's going to really help us in the long run. It might even hurt us in the long run, but it might. So tackling out at 4 damage, that might have gotten us an extra turn. Maybe 2, depending on crits. I don't feel like doing math at this hour of the morning. Alright, so looks like 2 more hits will do it. So barring a crit, ooh, it's going to be really close. Tackle can miss, unlike Scratch. It has a 95% accuracy chance, so very small chance of missing. He's going to be really close, so I need to either defeat him this time, or he needs to... Okay, we defeated him. Or her. Oh, her. It's a female Mudkip. Alright. It's a shame, too, because Mudkip I really like as a Pokemon. Especially because I like Swampert. I think it's just a really cool evolutionary line. It might be actually my favorite water starter. Don't tell Blastoise, because Squirtle's my first starter ever. But, I don't know. I like Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise. But I might like Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert even more. That was a good battle, thanks. Let me heal up both our parties real quick. Oh, that's nice. Save me a trip to the Pokemon Center. Yay. Wow, I think I know why my dad has his eye on you now. I mean, you just got that Pokemon and you've already got that strong of a bond. I bet you could probably befriend any kind of Pokemon you meet. Well, we're gonna see. Foop, I guess I better head back to the lab. Alright, wonder if we should do the same. So there's a little puddle here that I guess I can't cross. I was thinking this would be like a pathway to somewhere else, but I think it's just for show. Is that a berry tree or just a tree? Since I can't go on this, it's weird how my character cannot like walk on this slightly taller grass, just too tall. You can sneak on Pokemon. What is this? Press the circle pad slowly to sneak close to a Pokemon. Oh, I guess that's new for the DS. If I use the circle pad, does that mean I have a lower encounter rate? Whether or not I do, I probably won't bother using it. But we'll see. Also, as we get a little further into the game, I will buy some Repels, which prevent you from encountering any wild Pokemon that is a lower level than the Pokemon you would be sending out. So it's really helpful when you're trying to get through an area and you just don't want to battle every single wild Pokemon, or you can run away from them, but at this stage I need some XP, so I figured I'll go ahead and battle them. Alright, so we have a watery route here, which is why we can't get across. Eventually we'll learn how to surf. Or one of our Pokemon will learn how to surf, rather. And then they can swim across water and carry us across, but that won't be for a little while yet, so in the meantime, I guess we're supposed to head back to the lab. Up. Or not. Owen, over here! Let's hurry back to Little Root. Oh, because she's just reminding me where to go. Alright. Alright, plenty of people around at this late hour. Shouldn't you all be in bed? I'm not sure who's saying this, so I'm just going to choose a voice and go with it. Oh, Owen, over here! I think it was May. I think we're safe. So, I hear you beat May on your first try. That's amazing! May's been helping with my research for a long time, so she has a pretty long history as a trainer already. Mm-hmm, I think that settles it. Owen, I ordered this Pokedex for my research, but I think you should take it. Yay, we have a Pokedex. That Pokedex is a high-level tool that automatically makes a record of any Pokemon you meet or catch. My girl May takes hers with her everywhere she goes. Whenever she catches a rare Pokemon and records it in the Pokedex, why, she comes to seek me out wherever I am in the field and show me. The Pokemon and people you will meet, and the great expanse of nature that lies before you, experience them both while you fill in your Pokedex. I'd love it if your world seemed wider than ever. Though I'd love it even more if you come back from time to time to show me what progress you made. Ah, I'm getting the itch to go out and do fieldwork again. Oh wow, Owen, now you've got a Pokedex too. That's great, just like me. Then here, I'll give you something too. Some Pokeballs so you can catch wild Pokemon. Alright, we have Pokeballs. Awesome. If you catch a Pokemon in the wild and battle together with it for a while, it will grow stronger for you. Take that as a bit of advice from a more experienced trainer like me. I'm going to get ready to head out from Little Root soon myself. I can't wait to see what kind of Pokemon I'm going to meet. Let's both do our best in our journeys, Owen. Alright, a lot of talking in this game. Also, I'm kind of surprised that she's such an experienced trainer but only has a level 5 Pokemon. Alright, so thank you guys for the Pokedex. So one of the challenges with these, especially with the early games, was to catch every Pokemon and record it in your Pokedex, which is a really fun endeavor. I definitely recommend doing it at some point. I did it back in Pokemon Blue, and I can't remember if I've done it since. Probably not, honestly. But because this is a Let's Play, and I want to keep things, at a decent pace, we're not going to catch every single Pokemon we see. I will catch a few here and there for fun, but mainly we're going to focus on kind of catching our main team, and oh, look who it is. Oh, and wait! Oh, it's Mom. Okay. Owen, did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon. You got it from the professor? How nice. You are your father's child, all right. You look good together with a Pokemon. To think that you have your very own Pokemon now. Your father will be overjoyed. But don't push yourself too hard. If anything happens, you can always come home, honey. Aww. Well, now I feel bad for not saying goodbye to her, but I wasn't going too far. Alright, well, thanks for seeing me off, Mom. And I guess eventually we'll want to be seeing Dad in his Pokemon gym, which I think might be in that city to the left there. Again, I think you can see my cursor. I think it's this one here, which I don't remember the name of, but that's okay. No, who is it now? I just talked to you. Owen, this is from my dad. He said he forgot to give it to you before. My Pokenav Plus has been updated with the Dexnav function. Okay, so that's, I guess, lets me look through the Pokedex. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to kind of summarize, but it sounds like it'll tell me about the different types of Pokemon in the area. Is that what this thing on the right here does? Dexnav. Yeah, what does it say? Oh, I see. So it's got like, it looks like Zigzagoon, a silhouette of a Zigzagoon, a Poochyena, and a Wurmple. So that's kind of cool. A little bit of a spoiler, I guess, telling you what you're going to find. Like, some of these surprises just walking through a field and being like, oh my god, what is that thing? Like, I remember finding like a Tropius and being like, whoa, what is this cool grass dinosaur thing? Which actually isn't really that good, but I had a friend try to train one once and it was kind of tough. But it's a cool Pokemon to encounter, so that's kind of cool. You can see what's on the route. So what else do we have here? This is the actual menu, right. So is this like a toggle then? I see. So I have two apps right now. That's still pretty cool. I like using both of them. Maybe we'll kind of alternate as we go. Alright. It does confirm, though, at least I think it confirms, that all we can find here is Zigzagoon, Poochyena, and Wurmple. So let's use the select button now. Did it do anything? No. Alright, well, after this battle I have another idea. There might be a different way to reorganize moves. Also, I did turn up the volume just slightly from the last episode. I was actually worried the volume would be too high last time. But listening to the recording, it actually sounded a little bit low. So I'm hoping it's not too high now, but if it is, please bear with me. I will continue to play with it until we find the right balance. Alright, so yeah, you can go under just your moves when you're not in combat and look at them and move them around. Alright, very cool. Let's use the circle pad to kind of sneak through the grass. Oh, look who it is, May again. Oh, and over here. See that right there? There's a tail sticking out. There's a Pokemon hiding there. Oh, an unusual Pokemon by the looks of it. And look here, if you check your Dexnav. Alright, it looks like that Pokemon knows a pretty rare move, too. Owen, try getting closer, real nice and slow. Push lightly on the circle pad to sneak close to Pokemon hiding in the tall grass. That's what it said in the book I read. Okay, so that's what... Oh, look at a sneak. That's what the guy was telling me, that it's... Oh, this is a new mechanic to Generation 6, and I don't think it was even in X and Y. I think it's new to this game. So it's kind of cool. Slowly, slowly. Alright, so I guess we have to sneak up on it, not to scare it away. I'm not sure how her Dexnav thing told me it had a rare move, but let's hurry before it runs away. Go nice and slow. Too fast. Oh, no, that's a kid. It's hard to go slow on this. There we go, okay. Well, I guess I've learned my lesson, but too late. It's kind of a cool mechanic, though. I wonder what she meant by rare move. I don't even know what that was. Anything over here? Now I'm curious. Oh, too bad. If you try to get close in a rush, a hiding Pokemon will just run away from you. Reminds me, I don't know if any of you guys watched the rocket launch recently. I'm recording this on June 1st, so the rocket, the Falcon 9 with the Dragon 2 capsule, just docked at the space station. But there's a simulator on SpaceX's website where you can kind of practice using what looks like the real controls to practice docking the capsule. Anyway, it reminds me of this a little bit. You have to go very, very slow and very carefully. I'm proud to say I did it on my first try, but I did have somebody tell me, make sure you do it slow, so I had that advice going in. I thought I was sketching some rare Pokemon prints. It turned out they were my own footprints. Oh, sorry about that, dude. So you made me wait for nothing, I guess, but that's okay. We still have things to do. Alright guys, well I am excited to go on to Route 102. Hey look, Wild Wingull. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully you are too. As exciting as Little Root and Old Dale are, there's a brand new wide world out there ready for us to explore it. Ooh, okay. Yep. Very carefully. Not even moving, I'm so careful. There we go. I was, I'm worried too it's gonna like run away, but I guess that's not part of the mechanic. I guess as long as you take your time, you're safe. Do I have to click A on it, or do I just go up to it? Nope, guess I just walk up to it. Alright, what could it be? I'm actually not even sure. It's a Zigzagoon? What? I guess it knows a rare move though, maybe that's the idea, and it is higher level. So I guess that purple thing was like a Zigzagoon tail. It looked really purple to me, like a plant, which is why I couldn't place what Pokemon it was. Alright, let's use Ember. I don't think that will knock out Zigzagoon. One thing you want to be a little careful of early on is that, oh, Charm, that's a interesting move. I think it lowers my attack by 2 stages? Yeah, so it's like doubly good as Scratch. So when you catch a Pokemon, as you guys probably know, it's helpful to have it at lower health. Makes it easier to catch, more likely to catch. So, so one of the dangers of overleveling your starter is that if you don't catch another Pokemon, your starter can be so strong it'll knock them out in only 1 attack. Yay, we got the special Zigzagoon, go us. Which makes it harder to catch them because then you have to just throw Pokeballs at full health, which, you know, is possible, but it's less likely. Alright, let's read it. Oh, I like you get XP from catching them too. I forgot that happens in Gen 6 games. I've encountered 5 Zigzagoon. The hair on Zigzagoon's back is bristly. It rubs the hard back hair against trees to leave its territorial markings. This Pokemon may play dead to fool foes in battle. Alright, very cool. You can listen to its cry, I guess. There it is. What is X? Oh, it moves around. Oh, that's cool. It's the same animation from Pokemon Go, I'm pretty sure. Give a nickname. So Zigzagoon is not going to be part of our permanent team. I did train a Zigzagoon into a Furret in my first playthrough of Sapphire a long, long time ago. Oh, and then it shows on your nav the ones you've actually already caught in your Pokedex. That makes sense. That's pretty cool, actually. That makes me actually more motivated to catch Pokemon so I can see what's around, but we'll see. So Furret does have a pretty good move pool, but it doesn't have very good stats, so it's not really the strongest Pokemon out there. Oh, and our first non-rival Pokemon battle. If you have Pokemon with you, then you're an official Pokemon trainer. You can't say no to my challenge. That's okay, I was not planning on it. You can run away from other Pokemon, from wild Pokemon, but not from trainers. Them's the rules. I do promise as we get more into the game, I won't be going over the basics as much. So if you're like, you know, Arabelle, stop it, we know this, then, you know, hang in there. I'm just saying it for people who might not know as much about Pokemon or might be getting into it for the first time, like we all did at some point. You also cannot catch an opponent's Pokemon, obviously, that would be stealing. That's what Team Rocket does, or in this game, Team Magma and Team Aqua, Team Aqua. I want to say Team Alpha, I'm like, that's not it. Team Aqua. We'll be encountering them a little bit later on. Level 9, there we go. Wonder how long until we get a new move. Alright, I lost. I should have trained mine more. I like his little bandage on his nose because he had a nosebleed. Listen, you, if you're strong, you should have told me from the start. Oh, it's my fault, I see. Alright, so this does not look like a Zigzagoon. Let's see what it is very carefully. My character looks so funny. I think I see a bug catcher there too. Hopefully he doesn't scare away this Pokemon before I get to it. There's sudden moves. Do I need to turn a bit? Scared to turn. Got it. Alright. This is Zigzagoon. That's going to be really weird because this does not look like a Zigzagoon. No, it's a Lotad. Okay. That's interesting. So Lotad has a very unusual typing. It is a water and grass type Pokemon. I wonder if it can learn Surf. I kind of want to catch it just because it's so cool, but I'm also going to be totally honest with you guys. That menu you see on the right is kind of a pain to change all the time throughout the Let's Play as I edit these videos into the recordings. So I'm going to try not to like switch around my party any more than I have to. Heater Dance, I'm confused. That's not good, but you know what I'm going to do? So Confusion is what's called a volatile status condition. It's a status condition that can be reset when you switch out. Unlike Burn, which we saw earlier, a Burn will stick with your Pokemon until you heal it, like at a Pokemon Center. Or you can use certain items to heal non-volatile status conditions as well. Oh, and joke is on me because now I'm confused again. So, alright. Let's go ahead and use Zigzagoon, even though he's not going to be a permanent part of our team. Let's see what he can do. You know, one thing he can do... Oh, not much. All three of his moves do not deal damage. That makes it hard to train a Zigzagoon. What I'd have to do would be to use him and then switch out to Ford, and then they'll both get XP if I win. But if a Pokemon faints, it does not get XP. And you can see what Confusion did there. Confusion is one of the most annoying status conditions, as anyone who's played Pokemon can attest. Half the time while you're confused, you will successfully attack the opponent. The other half of the time, you will attack yourself and deal damage to yourself. So it can be very annoying. Especially if you have a Pokemon that has a very high attack stat, because it is based on your own Pokemon's attack and defense stat. But the good thing about a volatile status condition, or at least some of them, is that you can snap out of them. Like Confusion will end after a few turns. It varies how many. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here as part of this strategy, which I'm probably overthinking, in fact I'm pretty sure I am, is just to lower Lotad's attack. Although, has it actually attacked me yet? Not sure it has. Oh no, poor Zigzagoon. Sorry, Zigzagoon. And since there's no target, yep, he will not be able to affect anything. I could run away, but let's go ahead and bring out Ford. So I'm debating whether I want to attack this Lotad. So the good news is now I'm not confused, and now he has a very low attack stat if he does know any attacks. So that's good. let's go ahead and catch him just because I think Lotad's pretty cool. But, and hey, when you throw a Pokeball, you don't have to worry about hurting yourself in confusion. Thankfully, the trainer cannot get confused, just the Pokemon. Alright, and this Lotad has like no HP left, it's probably like 2 points of health, so this should be real easy. There we go, we got our third Pokemon. Welcome to the team, Lotad, although not the permanent team, just the temporary team. Although you never know, if Lotad can learn Surf, maybe I'll use him for Surf later on. I think Fur can learn Surf, so if you evolve a Zigzagoon, it can be a good Pokemon for learning HM moves, which I'll talk more about later on. Lotad is said to have dwelled on land before. However, this Pokemon is thought to have returned to water because the leaf on its head grew large and heavy. It now lives by floating atop the water. Well, this one was in land, so that's interesting. So it's a pretty cool Pokemon, like I said. It's water and grass type. Its evolutionary line is, I'm pretty sure, the only water and grass type line in the game. That's rather unique. And actually, its final form, Ludicolo, is actually a really cool Pokemon. It's like it's got like a big sombrero, and it's got like a very like Hispanic theme to it, and it like dances, and it's a really happy looking Pokemon. And it's actually not bad either. It has some good abilities and some good moves it can learn, like Energy Ball, which is a good grass move. It can learn Surf, which is a good water move. It can learn Ice Beam, so it's actually a pretty good Pokemon. And if, like me, you start with Torchic, it actually would be a pretty good addition to your team to have as a water and a grass type. Which is good too, because they cover a lot of each other's weaknesses, where, for example, water is normally weak to electricity, electric Pokemon, whereas grass resists them. It's probably another Lotad, let's see. Oh, that was fast. Nice and slow. So because water is weak to electric attacks, and grass resists them, electric attacks are evenly effective against Lotad and its evolutions. Alright, Surskit, another water type. It evolves into, ironically, I think it's a bug and water type, and it evolves into a bug and flying type, I think. Mascarin. It definitely evolves into Mascarin, I'm just not sure about the types. I think Surskit is bug and water. Yeah, so it's not weak to fire, because it's, part each. What did that do? I don't even know what Fell Stinger does. Might be a newer move. I know a lot of the Pokemon, to be honest. I've been following the series on and off since I was a kid. Even done a little bit of competitive battling just for fun. I'm not like super good or anything. So I know pretty much every Pokemon and pretty much the vast majority of the moves, but there are some new moves and new abilities that I'm not going to be sure about. But yeah, moral of the story, I would definitely recommend training a Lotad, even though it's not what I want to train myself, just because I don't know why I was sneaking there. Hey, he's a beginner too, very cool. Just because I have another water type I want to train. One of my favorite water types is one of my favorite Pokemon, actually. Probably a top 10. Yeah, pretty definitely top 10. Is a Gen 3 water type. Oh, we learned Sand Attack. I totally missed that. We'll have to try that out later on. Oh, critical hit. Good job, Ford. And there's also a pretty cool grass-type Pokemon that I want to train too. But we'll get them later on as well. Pretty much for all my Let's Plays, I really enjoy having one fire, one water, and one grass type, just because that's like the traditional Pokemon core. And then beyond that, I choose through just cool Pokemon from the region that I really like. I challenge you because I thought I could beat you. Well, you were wrong. Alright, and over here I see berries. There's just so much to talk about in these games. All these new moves I'm getting, and all these new Pokemon I'm finding, and now found some berries. So Pecha Berries, I think, cure poison from a Pokemon. And Oran Berries will heal, I believe, 10 HP to one of your Pokemon. So you can use them just like you would a potion, just from your bag. Like I said, I will use them from my bag outside of battle. I will not use them from my bag in a battle. Just to kind of make things a little bit more interesting. But what's cool, and we'll go ahead and do it just for demonstration purposes. Oh, our team is really not in good health, except for Ford. So let's go over to the berry one. There it is. Oh, not Pecha. Although Pecha Berry could be cool too. But yeah, let's give a Pecha Berry actually. No, not use. Sorry. So it wouldn't do anything because Ford is not poisoned. But you can see a little uh, yellow canister there. Actually, oh, Zigzagoon has an item. What do you have, Zigzagoon? Oh, a potion. I don't know why a wild Zigzagoon had a potion. I think a berry would make more sense, but maybe, I mean, they are kind of like scavengers, I guess, so just like real raccoons. Um, so, which is also cool about berries. I love berries. It's one of my favorite mechanics that they had in Generation 2. You guys who saw my Heart Gold Let's Play saw a little bit of that as well, but it was a very different berry mechanic where they just kind of grew on trees like once every 24 hours. What was really cool with the original Sapphire was that I can't water it because I have no watering can. That'll come later, I'm sure. Alright, don't see anything over here. Let's keep going on. And let's face one more trainer and then I'll call it an episode. I'm going to keep winning and aim to be the best trainer. Help me further my career. Alright, well, hopefully we both learn from each other. It's a Last Tiana. Only one Pokemon and nothing too fancy, just another Zigzagoon. So what's cool in Generation 3 and now the remakes is you can actually plant the berries that you have. And I really enjoy gardening, so I really love that little kind of mini game aspect of it where you can grow tons of berries. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I guess you could do that in some areas in Heart Gold. I'm trying to remember now. I ended up furthering your career. Well, I'd like to think we both learned from this. Last Tiana. So I'm going to plant them here. Hopefully I remember to come back and pick them once they've grown a little bit. In a couple days. What does this say? Petalburg, that's it. Petalburg City. That's where my dad's gym is. Alright, well, I think we're pretty much there. Yes, we are, because there's May. Hey! How's it going, Owen? Have you been using your Dexnav and perfecting your sneaking skills? I hope you've already checked out the Dexnav's detector mode. It reacts to Pokemon in the area, so it's really handy. I wonder if that's the one I have open now. I hope so. Ah! Look, up there! Check him out, Owen! What are we looking at? Ooh, uh, ooh, I can't remember their names. Not Butterfree. Butterfly? Shut. Hmm. Dustox is the other one. Beautifly, that's it. So let me clarify my earlier statement. I know all the Pokemon to some degree, like I know what they are, what they do, what their types are. Occasionally names will escape me. Most of the final evolutions I know the names of, at least the ones that are actually pretty good, but there are some Pokemon that you don't see very often, like Beautifly, that I may forget the names. I know what type they are, I know what they kind of do in battle, but I know what their pre-evolutions are. But yeah, names, maybe not. I'll check my Dexnav later to be sure. But wow, we already made it through Route 102, huh? I guess it's really true that time flies when you're with a friend. Oh look, there's Petalburg already. Oh, and your dad, he's the gym leader in Petalburg, isn't he? Maybe I should take him on myself once I train my Pokemon a bit more. Guess I'm off then, Owen. Let's meet up again sometime. Yeah, so I think my dad is actually a pretty strong trainer, so we won't face him for quite a while. I guess this is the new mechanic. For the record, Wurmple will evolve into either Cascoon or Silcoon. And one of those two, they're pretty much the same Pokemon. There's almost no difference between them. One of those will evolve into Beautifly, the other one evolves into Dustox, and I think it's random which one your Wurmple will evolve into. I do not recommend capturing a Wurmple because they're pretty strong early on in the game, but once you get to like the midpoint or so, they start to become, they don't keep up with the opponent's Pokemon, so don't really recommend them as a permanent part of your party. They're a cool Pokemon, but not the strongest. So I don't really know what this means, but we'll have to play with this some other time. I am having fun, so I might do one more episode even though I really shouldn't. So thank you guys very much for watching. Stay tuned for Let's Play Sapphire, or Alpha Sapphire, episode number 3.